Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Language Lab podcast. My name is Siad, and this is where I talk about things that are going on in my language learning life and experiences. This is not an advice podcast or video show by any means. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. I find these videos from other people really, really entertaining, and I like making these sorts of things, and so I thought I would share. Today, I want to talk about a topic that has been on my mind. And it's actually maybe a few different topics, but there's one thing in particular that I'm thinking about experimenting with. And as this is called the Language Lab, I am using this laboratory per se to experiment with different things. And you've heard me talk about other ones, but today, today I want to talk about a thing in particular, and that is output, specifically writing through or about content in your target language on a review kind of social media website platform situation. So what I mean is that for 2025, one of my goals was to write book reviews of all of the books that I read across my target languages. And so far it is mid-January 2025, and I have finished some books in Spanish, and I would like to write reviews in them. Now, up to this point, I have very, very, very inconsistently written reviews in a book journal. And my plan is to, even if I don't do them as I finish the books, to go back and do it. Totally fine with that. But I was thinking about taking the reviews that I write and sharing them on some type of social media platform as both a way to talk and share with others about the content that we like and consume, but also as a way to practice in a target language. And I'm talking about it as an experiment and to share because I don't know if this is something that people actually do. And the thing about this too for me is that I don't tend to read a ton of reviews of things that I listen to or watch or consume in any kind of way. I might do that after I look at something. So for instance, where I read the most kind of review content is on Letterboxd, and that is probably one of the most active social medias that I use, which, says what it says about me. You can tell me what that means. But I will typically watch a movie and then write a short, pithy comment. I'll be like, loved it, hated it. What was that? And sometimes I read other people's reviews, but that's the usual extent of my review consumption. But I know that a lot of people really enjoy reading reviews of things that they are going to consume. So reading reviews before they watch, read, or listen. And I guess I'm talking about it because I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I don't know if I should do it. I've somehow managed to find a kind of social media review platform for all of the different kinds of media things that I consume. I'll leave them all linked in the description and in the podcast show notes. And I'm not super, super active on them. Like I told you, I'm active on Letterboxd. I don't know why. I think it's because I love movies. But I'm thinking about writing reviews of the things that I consume in my target languages. And I think they'll be pretty short. I think my hesitation is that I don't want people to read them and be like, what is this? Why is this person who clearly doesn't speak the language even trying to do this? But again, it's all about an experiment. It's all an experiment in learning and growing and finding a way of engaging with media and also with people in the language that I want to do that in. I also thought about, if I do write a review for something, leaving a little disclaimer, in the language that is something to the effect of, "Hey, thanks so much for reading. This language is not my native language. I understand that there might be mistakes. I've edited and corrected the best that I can." So I might leave something like that at the bottom of or top of each review, just to give people an idea of what they can expect from my grammar correctness or lack thereof. But yeah, this is my current experiment, and I am curious to hear what you all think about this. So it's like, to write a review in your target language or not is what I am asking, and to publish that review and to share it with others. I know that in the language learning community, it can be very nerve-wracking, or it can just make you kind of anxious to talk because you know that to talk in a target language or to produce anything in a target language, because you don't want to be corrected and all of that sort of stuff. But I think as a musician, and as someone who is taking a lot more language classes now, in multiple target languages, I am becoming more comfortable with the idea of being corrected and messing up, and also knowing that this is just the way that I want to engage and share things with people, and so that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I will leave links to all of the different social media platforms that I plan to write reviews on, and if you happen to be on any of those, please connect. Would like to follow back. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. You don't have to follow me, but I would like to follow you. So yeah, let me know if you've ever done this, your experience, if you think this is a good experiment or not. And I will be back soon with another one of these experiments in my language learning life. Thanks so much.